Okay. All right, folks, if you're reading this, it's because you read the thumbnail and it says, don't be a dumb vet. And the reason I can say don't be a dumb vet is because I was one. I was that guy that got out the Navy with anger towards the military. It's all right to be angry because maybe you had a bad experience, maybe you had a bad CO, maybe you had a bad assignment. Maybe you felt you were disenchanted because you were underwhelmed. Maybe you didn't want to be there once you got there. There's a lot of reasons. But once you get your discharge and you're back home, everything changes at that point. At that point, it's all on you. It's all on you. So you have to take your mind, you have to reassess, okay, what is it that I can do for me regardless of the situation that I am in, regardless of my feelings about my military service. What benefits did that military service give me that I need to take advantage of? I didn't take advantage of my service time. That's something I didn't take advantage of. For some reason that was blown. I didn't participate. I wasn't part of the program for whatever reason. That doesn't matter. That disenchantment doesn't matter once you're released. Now you're back on your own. Now I say, okay, what do I do with the benefits I did receive from that service time? That becomes the first thing that you think about. You don't think about, oh hell, I hated the CEO. I was railroaded into this situation. Those things don't matter. At that point, the day that you discharge, the day you come home, that does not matter. What matters is what you do from this day forward. And that's what you need to focus on. And therefore, you have more benefits than the average person. But you got to keep in mind, people that join the military, the U.S. military, is only 1% of the society. You got to compare that with, we're an exclusive part of the American fabric that stands alone. But there are benefits that we have for that. It may not be all that we want. It may not be all that we expect. But what you have to understand is what I have is what I work with. Now, when you got the service, you have on your GI Bill, you have schooling options, you have social options, you have housing options, and you have educational options. Your sole focus should be on taking advantage of the options that you have, regardless to how you feel about your military service or what happened or went wrong. I had a problem there, and this is why I say I'm a dumb veteran, because of the problem I had. When I came home, I had no faith in the military other than the VA hospital, the VA medical. I used that extensively. I did use parts of my educational benefits to go to school. I did do that. I had no problem with the military using those benefits, and that's how you got to look at it all the way through. You can't just be focused on how this didn't work out for me when I served. Just think it works out for you after you serve as well. It's after service you need to think about. Now, my point being is, I'm 67 years old right now. I finally, just in July, was rewarded with my 50% service-connected benefit. And this is a benefit that I could have gotten when I got out to service, because what my anxiety benefit is, the thing I have is the same thing that I had the day I left. But because I was being a dumb vet, because I was being an emotional kid because I had in my mind had some angst against the military that I didn't want to associate beyond what I had to do once I was out. And that's dumb. It's not stupid, but it's dumb. So my point being is, when you get out, there's a number of benefits that you have. There are things that you have. What you need to do is go to your VA.gov, log in, set your account up, and read through everything that you can that pertains to you, that you see that pertains to you. You don't do this all in one day, 1 week, 1 month, but at least take time to go through there to see what options the government are giving for their veterans. Doesn't mean you're going to qualify for every program. Doesn't mean you're going to be accepted to everything. Doesn't mean everything fits you. But you want to qualify. You want to see what you can do that's going to better your life after service. And these are things you need to take advantage of. Don't be slow on the draw. You discharge, you come home. Your first thing to do is explore your veteran options. Explore those. Sure, you want a job. You have to build security. You do that. Those are primary. But your secondary thing is to see, okay, what fits in here? What does the VA do for me here? I mean, even when it comes to a job, the VRE program has training, it has schooling for jobs. It's not an educational program, it's a job placement program. It has those things. It even offers a thing where if you left a job and you join the service, to reinstitute back into the job, and they do supplements for the job, even in pay and everything else. These are things that you need to educate yourself on what your options are after service. If you don't do that, you're a dumb vet.